Not so recently, about 8 years ago, I'm very late to this, Republican Senator Ted Cruz made it known to the world how he feels about climate change. He stated, "Of course, the climate is changing. The climate has been changing from the dawn of time. The climate will change as long as we have a planet Earth." And while I might agree with the idea in some ways, it leaves a lot to be desired when it comes to seeing the full picture. Earth's environment has always been changing and experiencing stress. Heck, in the past 800,000 years, we have been absolutely hammered with 8 cycles between ice ages and warmer periods. So it's fine, right? About 10,000 years ago, the Earth exited its last ice age. Humans began using things like agriculture and shifting away from hunting and gathering more permanently for the first time in history. Arguably one of the most dynamic time periods in the history of humanity, and Senator Ted Cruz is comparing it to our everyday lives. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration began recording measurements on the surface temperature of the planet all the way back in 1850 and found that 2024 was still the hottest year we have experienced. They also found that in the past 30 years, this warming trend has become more pronounced than measurements taken over almost 100 years, possibly indicating an increase to the speed of these changes. And while one might argue that they don't personally see the signs of climate change in their own neighborhood, it's important to remember that temperature rise is dynamic. For example, temperatures in the Arctic have been rising twice as fast as the global average. These issues are extremely alarming on their own, but they're even more pressing to address. Already, we've fallen into climate debt based on an estimate by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, stating that it could take 20 to 30 years to see global temperatures stabilize, even with strong and sustained reductions in emissions of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. With all of this in mind, it's hard to rationalize how someone might see these changes as a normal cycle of the planet. And while I don't have much hope in personally changing the mind of Senator Ted Cruz, maybe I can change yours.